It really comes down to grid flexibility. You've got, electrification is pushing a lot of new loads onto the grid, and grid operators that are responsible for managing the grid don't really have a very reliable way of controlling all of them. And so virtual power plants are one way where you can actually connect and control to smaller energy resources like batteries, but get them to work together virtually and act as a power plant. So really what it does is it frees up the grid without having to invest in a lot of more grid scale infrastructure. So you can get there faster. And it also lets individuals participate more in the economics of the opportunity.
I like to talk about our DERMS as a translator. So we take things like dispatches from utilities that have a capacity constraint. We take signals from the wholesale market because of their constraints, or potentially price signals or carbon signals. We take things that are coming in, and then we create a dispatch algorithm based off of, okay, there's a trigger. You've reached this much capacity. You've reached this much a price that is over a certain barrier, please take an action. On the other side of that, we're translating that into building automation systems, SCADA systems, anything that has ability to control load on the in-facility side of the business, including battery energy storage systems, and say, hey, charge, hey, dispatch. And so that is where we are a translator from one set of energy vocabulary into a facilities vocabulary. And that allows us to automate that dispatch, which used to be, hey, I'm going to call the facility and have someone go walk over and take an action.
Going left to right here, what would happen is that in the little cloud box there is Molecule would then pick up a signal from Enersponse and process that through our communications framework down to the battery at the edge. And I should also add, our communications framework was developed initially to communicate with the International Space Station, and that's what it still does. So it's a very highly secure connection. And then when it does ping both the edge device that is controlling the inverter, that edge device will store that if it's an event that's happening tomorrow or a couple days out, or even if it's in real time, right? So it'll capture that signal and then dispatch. And then once it dispatches, we also will create a dispatch event report, so we know exactly what happened during the event with the device, and be able to provide that back to both to Enersponse as well as the customer. Yeah, so that would be the sequence of events.
We need to know where you are. That will determine what programs are available to you. The second thing is, what battery are you installing? And then how are you planning on using it? Are you planning on using it for resiliency? Are you planning on using it for peak shaving? What do you actually have available for us to monetize? There's different ways. If you already know how you want to use it, then you can let us know what is left available for that battery. Are you doing it, 80-20? That's where we're trying to, as most people do, to maintain battery life. Those are kind of the kind of operational constraints we need to understand, so we know really how many kW we're putting into market. And then finally, what size is it? What duration do you really have available? Because some programs are 2-hour programs, some are 6 hours. And so depending on the size of the battery, if you want to provide us, hey, well, we're trying to figure out what size we should make the battery, we can give you kind of that feel as well. What you'll get back from us, depending on the size of the project or the pipeline that you're able to provide us, different splits. So that's how we make our money, is as part of the project revenue cost, we take a portion of that. And that ranges, depending on the market, from 50 to 90% goes to the customer or the developer in this case, and Enersponse, and that is how we make our revenue. So that is what we need and what we'll provide you. And we thought we'd go through a couple of examples just to give you a feel. I picked 2 of the more lucrative markets where I know battery storage projects are being developed, to kind of run that through with you.